It's great to have you today. My name is Barry Hes II, and this is part two of the Risky Leadership series. I wanted to give you insight today on leadership, specifically risk taking. My new book, Risky Leadership, comes out August 24th of 2021. So go get it, enjoy it. It includes a number of important things from surveys to my own thoughts on leadership and even interviews with professors, angel investors, entrepreneurs, attorneys, and judges. So I quickly wanted to give you insight on the book and this thing called leadership and risk taking. So when I began asking strangers my survey question, I was engaging in a considerably high risk every time I walked up to a stranger and asked them about this idea. I surveyed over 600 people for the two surveys that are in the book, and it was quite a fascinating opportunity. Asking strangers for help is humbling, and you never know what kind of information you'll receive. 90% of those I asked were quite receptive. When I asked this question, I often got squeamish. And the first question was, we take risk in life. Which decisions require high amounts of risk or higher amounts of risk? Decisions we make in life that deal with money or decisions we make in life that deal with people? Now, when I asked this question, people would often get squeamish. They'd say things like, do I have to choose one? People would also say, this question is really broad. Others would pause and listen and say, when you say money, are you talking about investing or changing jobs? When you say people, what exactly are you speaking of? I even heard someone say, is this a trick question? I wouldn't give the survey participants a definite answer because I didn't want to make the respondents biased. But initially, I thought the survey would reveal what people deem more valuable in life, thus leading to higher levels of risk. We quite often view both people and the use of money as risk. We tell children not to speak with strangers and we give children money. Or when we give children money, we tell them put it away so they don't lose it. So we're conditioned to see both people and money through the lens of risk. As I noted earlier, when I began, I thought the question would disclose what people hold in high regard, but my assumption was not always correct. In many cases, people did make their choice based on what they value more, while in other cases, some found decisions involving money holding higher risk, even though they view people as more important or more valuable than money. So the more I polled the general public, the more I found that risk is just a matter of each person's perspective, and it didn't simply deal with their values. Matthew Kelly is an author that I read from time to time, and he talks about human connection in his book, The Seven Levels of Intimacy. Of all the levels, the fifth is expressing feelings, the sixth expressing fear and failure, and the seventh is expressing legitimate needs. This is a verbal this is verbal intimacy that's usually done with someone's spouse through communication. And even though I was briefly communicating with people on the street or at a university or at a bus stop, a library, a coffee shop, I reached level five, six, and seven with strangers almost instantly. It was pretty incredible. It was quite risky for me and each stranger. You know, we were locking eyes, our bodies twisting, our stomachs rumbling each time we spoke together. But I took these small opportunities over 600 times. Some decided to enter this risk with me, others didn't, and that was fine. I completely understood. But it was challenging yet fun. I wanted to quickly let you know or tell you what a few of the respondents said when I asked them this question about risk. And the question would be again, which decisions in life require higher amounts of risk? Decisions we make in life that deal with money or decisions we make in life that deal with people? And I'll read off five to you. The first one was a Latino male, and he said money was more risky. And his words were this: people are not risky. You can buy people with money. That was interesting. The second one was a an Asian male, and he said people were much more risky. He said it's harder to earn people back than it is than it is to earn money back. I'll say that again. It's harder to earn people back than it is to earn money back. There was a Black female that I spoke with, and she said money after pondering the question for some time. She said, with people, there's flexibility. With money, if you lose it, that's it. And then she went on to say, people who think that people are more risky may have a fear of people. Another interesting quote. I spoke with a Syrian woman. She said people, and she said people have unforeseen variables that you can't account for like you can in an investment. And the last one I'll talk to you about is a Black female I spoke with. And she said, I don't trust people. So I don't take risks with people. But money, I've liked all the money I've ever received. So thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you go out and get the book Risky Leadership. It's by me, Barry Hez II. Go enjoy it, learn about leadership and risk. You'll need them both. Take care.